Hello everyone, it's officially spooky season. I am declaring it a thing. I know it's only September still, but it's here, it's spooky season, and I decided that I wanted to celebrate by making some Halloween cards. I learned from Drawing with Waffles that 2.5 inch by 3.5 inch is an artist trading card, so let's decorate these bad boys and see what we can come up with for today's video. Before I begin, be sure to like and subscribe, and let's get right into this. So I'm starting off by sketching, but let me elaborate on my idea a little bit more. So I cut out 2.5 inch by 3.5 inch little cards. I cut out like over 52 of them, so I have a little bit of error room. I want to make 52 Halloween themed inspired cards, just meaning that like I pick a word, like for example this one's inspired by pumpkin, and then I'm going to color them in with my Ohuhu markers and make my own themed deck of Halloween cards, but they're not really a deck of cards, it's just the number 52 for some reason. It just felt right. So that is the plan. So I'm starting off with this themed one, which is pumpkin, and I decided to kind of stick with the Halloween vibes, Halloween themes. These are the colors that I have to work with, and I decided to obviously make the pumpkin orange. So that's what I'm going with here, just laying down my darkest layer first, letting that dry, and then putting some color on top of it. Then I went in with a dark brown and kind of added in some details. I decided to make the top blackish colored, and then I went ahead and filled in that scary little pumpkin face. So I'm not a big fan of spooky things, so don't be worried if you're going to think these are spooky or anything like that. They just want to like give a little bit of fall vibes. I don't want to do anything crazy or scary or over the top. I don't watch scary movies, they scare me. I don't like to be scared. So I'm just going ahead and making some cute, just spooky Halloween cards just for fun. I just felt like this would be a really fun fall idea just to get me in the spirit of the season. I'm so happy that it is the Burr months, you know what I'm saying? Like September, October, November, December. Those are my favorite time of year in terms of the month just because of everything going on. I decided to give this card a white little outline just to make it all pop out a little bit more, and I love how it turned out. Every single card is going to have a little label, and for this one, the theme that inspired it was pumpkin, so that's what I'm writing on the card, and I'm going to do this with all of the cards that I create in this video. So here's how it turned out, but I have one more trick up my sleeve. I'm going to use this to round out the corners because that will make it look like it's a real card and not just a cutout piece of paper. So here I go, and here it is completely finished. I think it turned out so cool, so now it's time to start the process all the way over again with another card. For this next card, I decided to be inspired by a skull and kind of do something a little funny and cutesy with it. So I wanted to make a fall dessert, but a scary, spooky fall dessert. So I decided to make a skeleton head cupcake kind of combination. So a little bit out there, a little wild, but super cute and just fun, little spooky. So that's what I kind of mean by like spooky, just like spooky things, but in a cute way. I'm not about the scary vibes again. So just little cute things. I'm curious to know if you guys celebrate Halloween. Let me know. My like into itness, like how into it I am, has kind of varied over the years. Like it depends. Sometimes Halloween rolls around and I'm like, okay, cool, and other times Halloween rolls around and I'm like, cool, this is my new personality for the next 2 months. So that's kind of where I am at this year. I'm just really excited about all of the celebrations and festivities that are going around this time of year. Like I'm super excited about pumpkins and spooky stuff and just all the fun things that go on in the fall season. So I am really into it this year and am really feeling Halloween. I always have, like as a family, done stuff for Halloween. So this kind of is just really a fun nostalgic thing for me. So let me know though if you guys do stuff for Halloween or what you feel about it. I'm just curious and interested to know. So anyway, back to this. I decided to make these little stars gold, which was such a cool decision. I think the gel pens on this make the cards just a whole nother level of coolness. So then for the background, I also kind of decided to incorporate the stars theme, and I also decided to outline this one in white. I just really love the effect that it had on the last one, and the title for this card is Sweet Tooth because it's kind of a play off of the tooth and, with the skeleton and the sweet of the cupcake. So kind of punny, kind of fun. Time to round out those corners, and here's how this card turned out. I think it is so cool, and now it's time to again start the process all the way over. So for this one, now I'm going to be inspired by a drawing of a hand that I saw, and at first I was just going to leave the hand as it was. I finally got it looking somewhat like a hand. You know how hard hands are to draw. If you don't, go ahead and try real quick. It's really hard. But I decided to spookify this one up a little bit more by adding in some little skeleton hand details into the drawing, and then I outlined everything with this fine liner. That way I could keep with the same style that I'd been doing for the rest of them. Like I said before, these cards are not going to be usable. They're not meant to be played with or anything. They're just supposed to be art cards. So I'm really excited about this and coming up with 52 of them. 52 is just the number I decided on just because I felt like it was the right number. But I need you guys' help in coming up with a whole bunch of different ideas and spooky themed topics that you guys can help inspire me with, because 52 is a lot of ideas to come up with for cards. So I really need you guys to drop some things in the comments. Let me know what kind of spooky things you want to see, like if you want to see ghosts, or if you want to see, I don't know, whatever else is spooky and Halloweenish or fall inspired. Like it can be anything, even just fall themed. Like if you like fall leaves, we can do one like that. So let me know what you guys want to see in the comments, and then I can kind of show you guys. So here I am going ahead. I decided the theme for this one would be decay, because it kind of goes along with the flowers that I decided to make, and then it goes along with how you can see the skeleton inside of the hand. Then I decided to add the white outline again. I think I just really liked that. Rounded out the corners, and here is the finished product. Here are all three of them completed, but I'm going to do one more for this video. So here we are, back at the top. For this card, I decided to do a more traditional, spooky little theme, and for this one, I'm doing a little witch drawing. So this was really fun to get to do a person on one of the cards, because I haven't done that yet. I decided to add a third eye just for the aesthetic, and then I went ahead and added in some little plant life and all of that kind of thing just to decorate the whole thing. I decided that I wasn't going to add in any sort of eye detail because it was kind of creepy when I did, and then I went ahead and outlined everything with the fine liner. This is an intense part because if you mess up the outline, you kind of mess up the entire thing. But then I went ahead and just finished the outline, and now it was time to add color, and I decided for the color to stick with an all same color theme, doing like a monochrome thing, and I decided to stick with the color green. I'm not really sure why. I just decided that she looked like she should be green, and so should everything else around her. So that's what I went with, and I made her green and literally everything else in this image green. I just felt like it would be really cool to challenge myself to stick to one color in this drawing. And then I decided to match the moon to her skin tone for now, which I change up a little bit later because I didn't love that. I decided to bring in some yellowish colored green for the eyes, and then I decided to use that same color for the background. I didn't really think it through, but before I could, I was just doing it. I added in some gold to the eyes, which I think really made the whole thing, and I also brought that golden up to the moon just to add in some gold details. I decided to make all of the plants and stuff black just to have a more neutral color, and then I didn't do a white outline. At first, I started with a black outline on the whole thing, then I added in some white gel pen details, and eventually outlined the whole thing in white. I just was really on a kick with that, and then I ended the whole thing by finalizing it with some white details around everything that just felt like it needed extra. Then I labeled this card with the white gel pen, and I labeled it witch since that's what inspired this drawing, and then I punched the corners to make them round, and then this one was completed as well. So here are all 4 of the cards together. Definitely let me know which one is your favorite and why, and again, let me know if you guys have any suggestions for future cards. I'm having the time of my life doing this project. It is like my favorite things combined into one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, let me know if you have any ideas for what I should do for the backs of these, since they got soaked through with Ohuhu markers. If you made it this far, drop a pumpkin in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!